corner and goes off the glass and out to center ice by Josh Monk. Now Gropp at the Warrior bench with 8 to go in the power play. Picks it up, walks down, scores! What a shot! It's a power play goal! Ryan Gropp high, glove side, and the Bees do strike first tonight. Just 2:35 in. It's 1-0.
Well, I guess you don't need to set up your power play when you have that nice of a shot. Ryan Gropp just picks this puck up, and you know, I've been thinking that Ryan Gropp should maybe shoot the puck more, stop trying to dangle through defenders, and he just does just that here, picking up the puck through the neutral zone, just past the blue line, just wires one glove side on Briggs. A tremendous shot by Gropp, who has his third goal of the postseason. Bees up 1-0 early. Power play as well.
Maybe a little rope-a-dope on the power play here. Murphy wheeling out on his far left side, will charge it up to center, right up the gut. Murphy, the blue line, makes a move to his left around Purkis. Back to the point, Nanny. Murphy hit from behind on the left wall. Delayed penalty coming here to West Kelowna. Ryland Firster incensed at the bench, giving it to the referee, Jason Kramer, but it's a 5-on-3 for 77 seconds or less.
That's the right call, that's for sure. It was Belois who checked Murphy from behind, right at the numbers, had to see it. He saw the numbers. I don't know why he finished the check. Obviously, your momentum's going to take you forward at the same time. You know, you look at Murphy's back. You can't check him there. Boarding penalty to Braxton Belois, and the V's to a 5-on-3 for, as you mentioned, minute 17 or less. And it's a lot of open ice out there for these talented players.
So they're on their second and third power play, brought to you by Penticton Herald. Left wing, Nanny takes it, drops it off. Ichi left circle, throws it on net, stopped by Briggs. Big rebound, Nanny scores! Pile up in the crease. Soloway was in the net. Briggs is furious. Kramer signaling goal. We'll talk about it. We'll see if it stands up. But 22 seconds in, they're saying it's 2-0.
I think it should be a goal. Briggs did get run into, but at the same time, I think he might have got pushed into the net. Did Soloway, and Nanny takes advantage and roofs this upstairs. And Nanny taking advantage of an injured Josh Monk there, slow to get up after Murphy tripped him up, and the play just developed with Michi throwing a shot on net. Soloway going to the net, fell into it, and Briggs wasn't able to get back over.
Didn't contact the goalie.
Didn't contact him, but Briggs wasn't able to get back over to his blocker side. They're going to have a conference about it.
They do. All four officials at center. What they can say is it's not a penalty, but with Soloway being in the crease like that, impeded the goaltender from making a save. So they could say incidental contact. Yeah. Soloway lost an edge, folks.
He didn't try and go into Briggs or anything.
No, he
like
lost
that.
an edge, slid into the net, and it looks like it's going to count here as they're lining up at center for the face-off. So it's Nanny's third of the postseason. I know Ryland Firster will want a word with the referees, but they'll give it 22 seconds in. Nanny, the goal, and the V's have a great start to this second period.
Yeah, another great start. Had a good one in the first and a great one here in the second.
And off the face it there nicely. Eat up some time, but dug loose by Stetcher. V's trying to bring it back. Bolson. The center for Groff. On left wing, cuts around below us in the left circle. In front! They score! Soloway! Oh my, what a feed by Groff! Power play goal! 3-0 for the Bees.
What a pass from Ryan Groff. What a move to get around his defender at the blue line. Groff comes in with some tremendous speed through the neutral zone, cuts to the left wing, able to get by his defender and send it out in front for Soloway, who's able to get it in between the legs of Briggs. Just does an outside-in move on Belois, who has no idea. Gets the pass underneath the stick of Zarazin, and he sends it to Soloway, who for the fourth straight game has a goal. And the V's put up a field goal here. It's 3-0 Penticton.
That Jed Soloway sticks in the playoffs? Or?
I believe so.
No, I'm sure that's 6 in his last 10 games.
It's his fourth in the playoffs, though. Still very impressive.
There you go. Fourth goal for Jed Soloway in the playoffs. And the V's now have a 3-0 lead here in Game 2. Tie that goal at 10-12. Brock will get the assist. It's a power play goal. So the V's are now 2 for 4. Puts it back on the left wall for McClure. Now throws it back in the left corner, bounces to Seamer. Comes in the left circle, shoots, just missed on the blocker's side. That rebound careens back to man right point. On the half wall, McClure walks in the slot. Shot in front, sails wide on the blocker wing. Now Flanagan, left wall, backhand pass across right point. Man, hold in front, McClure scores! No way! No way! Between the legs, Drew Briggs. That's it, call the cut. Oh, baby, 4-0 with 8:47 to go.
This is unbelievable. This is unreal. Rob Van gets this puck at the right wing blue line and just sends it in front in the slot for McClure, who tips it in between his legs through the legs of Briggs. Oh my goodness. This is unreal right now watching this team.
Oh my goodness. That is the BCHL goal of the year, hands down. I'm sorry, Austin Desertia. No way, number. Here he jumps it back in left corner. Flying on the end wall. Got a rough ride there. Goes back to left point. There is it. Right side to Monk. Rishon in traffic. Scores! A seeing eye shot. And it's going to be a 4-1 game now with just 54 seconds left in the second. I don't know if it tipped in front. Monk let it go on the glove side. A heavy screen. And a big goal there for the Warriors to get some life late in the second period.
Yeah, we'll see what this does for him in this period. Coming out of the scrum first is... well, that would be Reed Simmons, so possibly Simmons may have tipped this shot, but looked like a pretty big seeing eye shot from Monk. This puck's just played back to Monk on a cross feed, and Monk throws it in front. Oh, yeah, it was tipped in front by Simmons, so that was a tremendous tip. And
beautiful, out of the midair on the glove side. No chance for Chad Katner. So in their 16th shot, West Kelowna gets a big goal for them to chip away.
And that's the third goal for Reed Simmons of the playoffs.
Well, there you go. A grinder. Stepping up back in, Amici to the goal, gets the pass, but tips off his back end into the right corner. And then he's crunched from behind by Brendan Clark. Penalty coming here to the West Kelowna player. Delayed call, stop shot wide by Stetcher, but Amici is hurt in the right corner, getting up slowly. Now to his feet, he'll race the bench, lifting a bit as he's filled in from behind, and now it's dumped down the ice. Is French having words with Geechee back at center here?
Yeah, now this
on the delayed call.
This is starting to get ugly a little bit for West Kelowna right now. A check from behind. Quite obvious that this could be a little bit more than 2 minutes.
Might be a 5-minute major. We'll see.
There could be 2 penalties coming up for West Kelowna here.
And both referees have their arm in the air. We'll see what they call. Sketcher, meanwhile, racing back through center, dumps in on the right wing and touched by Josh Monk. So they're going to talk about it because Jason Kramer and Steve Brown both have their arms in the air with 10:23 to go. Clark's going to go for a hit from behind or a boarding call here. We know he's going to the box. Do they have 2 players coming or just the 1?
I really think that it should be a little bit more than 2 minutes for Brendan Clark because he knew where Amantia was going. He knew that he was going. He saw his back.
Yep.
That's a clear check from behind. As you watch it on the replay here. Yeah, he knew where he was going. That should be at least 5 in a game.
Talking to the linesman here. And they're opening the door, so it's going to be checked from behind in a game as conduct to
so
Brendan
it should
Clark.
be. They got the call right there. That's for sure. Check from behind. So now West Kelowna's going to be playing with 10 forwards. And a guy that we haven't seen much out here tonight in Brendan Clark didn't really use his ice time that well because took Amantia out. And see trainer Dan McDowell going to the locker room with Cam Amantia. That's not a good sign at all for the Bees. He's got a terrific night tonight. And just unfortunate to see a player go like that. Looks like Marcus Bassar is going to serve that only 2 minutes on the clock.
And Jimmy Fergus.
Sorry.
Yeah, 15 will serve 2 minutes. So power play for the V's.
And I didn't know if French was going to get anything extra for going after Nietzsche, but obviously he did not.
Yeah, they had some words at center ice. So the V's first power play, the third. They are 2 for 4 tonight. This is their 5th. Brought to you by the Penticton Herald. Fred Harbinson upset. That's not a major penalty, I think, is what he wants from Jason Kramer, having words to the bench. So face off left circle. Drop. Miller wins it back. Sings up the left wall. French will hold it in on the near side. But he's pinned, and then he wrestles his up to the ice with a V player as Miller dumps it out to center meanwhile. As that was Brad McClure in a wrestling match. And then McClure gets decked by Max French. And there should be a penalty to the Warriors captain here, as he just sucker punched Brad McClure at the
and then he pushed the lines in.
Frustrated. He's a fiery competitor, and his emotions got the better of him there. And it's going to be a power play for the V's after that wrestling match behind the play between both Brad McClure and Max French.
You know, I was looking at the numbers earlier today, and I know we were talking last night about how undisciplined it really starts to get with these players. And specifically, we were talking about that first line with Lloyd, French, and Bassara. And the unfortunate part with that is in their last 10 games, double-digit penalty minutes, and these guys aren't getting in fight. It's just these kind of penalties, frustration penalties, that can really set your team back.
Another power play, 6 of the night for the V's are 2 for 5 off the draw. Left side, Stetcher going across the right side. A bouncing puck on a deflection. Brock settles it down. Up high for DeHaas. It's a wrist shot. Scores! And the V's make Max French and the Warriors pay for that undisciplined play. A power play goal. Their third of the night. James DeHaas, and it's 5-1 with 4.5 to go.
Well, is that what you want to see on the power play? I thought so, because DeHaas sends it in from the point, and a lot of bodies in front, and it beats Briggs on the glove side, and the V's inch closer to taking a 2-0 series lead in this series, because they get the win last night, a big one, 6-4, and right now up by 4, it's 5-1 so far in this hockey game, as the referee talking now with Matthew Barry. But this is just a shot from the point on the Penticton Western News sign just in front of the blue line, and DeHaas able to scream it on the glove side, and a nice goal by DeHaas. Good for him to get that one. He's lead at 5-1 on the power play.
15:30, they count the goal, and at center, Bolson picked off with Black there in the circle. Clock is running out here. More words as the puck goes on the left wall, and that will do it. They come off the bench and congratulate Chad Cadner at the final. Convincing, statement-like performance of the V's. You're going to have to rip their defending BCHL championship from their cold hands, because they win this one convincingly. 5-1 over the West Kelowna Warriors, and take a stranglehold in this series, up 2-0 going to West Kelowna for games 3 and 4. Holding serve on home ice here tonight, and in the driver's seat for Monday and Tuesday.
A little thought for West Kelowna here. You try to initiate things after play. How about you start playing up to that caliber? Because a 5-1 loss ain't going to look too good for you in the playoffs. And I hope that's a message for them to try and get them going. And at the same time, the V's are playing at the top of their game right now, looking terrific.
1,544 fans on their feet congratulating the V's at center ice on a 5-1 win and a 2-0 series lead. Perfect 6-0 in the playoffs. A perfect 4-0 on home ice so far, winning all 4 games they played here. Games 1 and 2 last series at home, and games 1 and 2 this series as well. We'll come back with your full postgame show from downstairs, the Underwriters Insurance postgame show after this.